yourself.
Hey everybody, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Konowitz, and with me as always is the flavor aid to my Kool-Aid, Bradford Oman.
Hey, that's me. I massacred a bunch of people.
And the tang to my Kool-Aid, Nate Loucks.
I'm citrusy and delicious.
You went to the moon.
You went to outer space, bro.
I did.
Yeah. I bust through walls, and I'm a big fat bowl of punch.
But what about Kool-Aid?
Fuck. I walked right into that wall.
Yeah, you did.
Motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be my catchphrase as Kool-Aid. Oh, no, gout. Everything hurts on me all the time.
Who was the stand-up comedian who did that bit about the Kool-Aid Man? Everyone's getting excited. It's like, Kool-Aid Man bust through mine. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. You better fix that hole in the wall before my mom gets home.
Before my dad gets home. Yeah. Is it Dane Cook?
Is it Dane Cook?
Yeah, it was Dane Cook. You're very top heavy.
Yeah,
I would take your
Dane
legs out, and you would fall. You floating bowl of punch. You floating bowl of liquid. Yeah, you fix that wall before my dad gets home. Oh, R.I.P. Dane Cook. He was funny. He's not dead. He's just no longer funny.
Sad.
It is sad. He's also dating like a 19-year-old.
It just gets worse and worse.
Do you want to be on the show?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're everybody hears that.
We got my fiance Brittany and Ashley in the peanut gallery.
Oh,
tonight.
we're not allowed to say that anymore, Brad. Can't say peanut gallery.
Oh, that's right.
Wow, why are you so racist all the time?
Yeah, why? Where? This is a resurgence.
This is my Ben impression.
But you didn't say the peanut gallery thing in that voice.
I was still getting into character.
It takes you a while.
Yeah, I got to work into it.
I'm a big fat fuck, so that makes sense.
It's just certain phrases like help me get into it. Things that I can really make my jowls shake for.
Oh boy. Well, hey, you know what?
Pancakes.
This is a movie podcast. Where
Chicken pot pie.
Okay, calm down. This is a movie podcast where we talk about the latest movies we've seen, trailers that we've seen, and sometimes, every once in a while, we play a game.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, when Nate writes one, though, so Nate, did you write a game this time?
I have something.
All right, well, let's get right into it. Nate, what is the game?
Whoa. Hold on a second, guys.
We've been getting feedback that the game going early is better.
The game can still be early, but we have to get business out of the way first. Otherwise, we're not going to get penalized.
That's right. We do have to pay the bills. So this
Keep the lights on
this
an old
immaculate
Studio 1A.
We have to keep the mismatched fluorescent lights in the basement on.
The swinging light in the middle that just goes.
But don't worry, Ashley was just talking about how everything here is perfect, and she's so concerned about what everything looks like and how clean and nice it is. And then Brad just comes in like the mismatched fluorescent lights and the fucking bullshit hanging on the wall. I don't know. Maybe clean up after yourself, you pieces of shit. And then we started recording. But
Well, let's be clear. It's not double. It's just you.
oh yeah, you're right. This is my domain, and I'm a fuck. So anyway, Brad, who's paying to have us say their name this week?
Well, guys, let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite Easter treat?
You know, I don't. Is there any kind of like other than jelly beans? Is there anything in Peeps that go with Easter?
I mean, chocolate eggs.
Cadbury,
Chocolate bunny.
Cadbury
you
eggs.
guys like Cadbury eggs?
No.
I don't like the regular ones. I like the caramel ones.
Nope.
Why do you say
hard pass.
caramel?
Because there's an
caramel.
extra A in it.
It's caramel.
It's not.
It's
Caramel's a
caramel.
town in Indiana. Caramel is the
That's British.
sugary, syrupy, delicious treat.
Caramel's
Sick
British, and caramel is American. Be American.
I think that the regular
Hello. You want some caramel?
regular Cadbury cream eggs are good when they're the very tiny eggs, but not the big
ones. That one, I think eating one of those as a kid gave me a cavity. Just
Probably.
eating that one.
Yeah, I bet you had to go right to the dentist after that.
My an older family member made Chris Chickies.
Chris Chickies?
Yep, Chris Chickies.
I think
What-
you've
what-
talked about this before. What are they?
What are those?
They are basically just flour style doughy kind of ornate looking flowers. This is what they look like. Imagine that in the size of a cookie, and then there is a jelly, an actual just jelly in the middle of it with some sprinkles on it.
So it's a thumbprint cookie.
And then there's our powdered sugar coated on them.
Yeah, so it's a thumbprint cookie.
Were you guys poor
We-
enough
we call
to
them Chris
have
Chickies.
Jello with fruit in it?
I mean, I don't really consider that a poor snack.
No, it is. So
yeah.
you were.
I never
were.
had it, so
No.
yeah, it's a poor snack.
Okay, yeah, you were poor.
I don't think
Right.
you were eating a lot of fruit in general.
No, but if that I just hate to say it, buddy. That just seems like it's a very easy thing to do when you don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. You make like some
And it's volume.
green
It's
Jell-O,
voluminous, right?
some pears.
I think it depends on whether you're making it yourself or you're buying Jell-O brand cups with fruit in it.
No. You're making it
the
yourself,
Jell-O
but
mold.
that's
You make the
cheap.
big
Okay,
Jell-O mold.
no,
mold.
I'm talking about buying it. That's why I was saying that's not a poor.
Oh
snack.
no. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, who's buying? Do they make Jell-O packs with fruit in them?
Not packs, but they made Jell-O cups with fruit in them.
No, not that, Brad. We're talking about the. Oh my God, has he never even seen
On
one?
like Easter, I thought you said
Like the one that fucking in Christmas Vacation, like
Yeah,
the huge one
exactly.
The fruit cake?
that has like
It's
it's
not
like
a fruit
Jell-O.
cake,
No, it's
Jell-O
Jell-O.
mold.
That's just
a Jell-O mold.
A Jell-O mold.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
What is
Okay.
wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
I like Jell-O.
With fruit in it?
Yeah.
Poor. Yeah. So get to the fucking point, I guess.
What's your treat? Just those shitty cookies?
Oh no, I liked them growing up. Yeah,
Christ cakes? What is they called?
Chris Chickies.
I like Easter Reese's peanut butter cup.
I mean, it's
eggs.
boring to say I like a chocolate Easter bunny, but I'll house
I don't like
a
chocolate.
chocolate Easter bunny.
No, most of the chocolate
There's,
around
there's a lot of
Easter-
things you won't house.
But like just a milk chocolate Easter bunny, like fuck yeah, man.
No, it's crap because
You'll-
most of that's cheap.
You'll
cheap chocolate.
duplex a hot bunny. What are you doing? Pick that up.
Nate's blocking shots over here.
Yeah.
Brad's throwing treats, and Nate's
Kembe
just
Mutombo.
yeah, he's wagging his finger.
It's right there between
Hey,
your legs.
pick that up.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
So I had to throw one of the balls at Ashley.
Also, you stop it.
All right, this is a piece.
Don't look at it.
Or a Lindoff.
Don't look at, but you know what it is.
Lindor.
Yeah,
it's a Lindor.
nice shiny wrapped ball.
Oh, mine's got
A nipple.
mine's an eyeball.
Yeah.
Ew, I'm not eating this. Look at that. Look at it, mine.
Hello, governor.
He's winking at you. That's disgusting.
All right, wrap your
I'm
mouth around
mad
it.
dog.
Oh, who takes a bite of it like that, you fucking freak?
But I know I'm not gonna like it.
Just pop the whole ball in your mouth.
No way.
You
That's
don't even know what it is.
Well, no.
Ugh.
problem. Fuck you. That's horrible.
That's horrible. Nate looks like he's enjoying part of it.
Yeah, you can have it.
What is it? What is it, guys?
I don't know what that is. That is cream cheese of some sort, maybe.
Well, you're on the right path.
Yeah, you're on the right path. It is
It's like a
A famous Easter treat with involving cream cheese frosting.
carrot cake.
There you go, buddy. Carrot cake, lint, chocolate truffles. Ding, 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 ding. Ben, do you love a good carrot cake?
no.
Why?
I've just never really had a good one. I guess I've tried them. Like, all right,
Where have you tried them at? Like church bake sales?
I
I know you like trolling for
If they're-
trim at those.
I show up at the church bake sale looking for sniz. Looking for sniz at the church bake sale, the Ben Konowitz way. No, I mean, normally the reason I don't try things like that is because there's something on the menu at the restaurant that I'm like, oh, I like the triple chocolate mousse.
You've never been like at a party that had carrot cake or anything?
Not really.
Oh,
No.
interesting.
Yeah.
How about you, Nate? Do you like carrot cake?
I love carrot cake. I
How
love
do you-
any of the spiced.
How do you feel
cakes.
about these lint truffles?
They're fine.
Yeah.
I would prefer carrot cake.
Okay.
So I don't like these because I don't like carrot cake, and Nate doesn't like them because he prefers carrot cake. So that
Interesting.
tells you
It's a
a
real
lot
conundrum.
about.
This is an unnecessary treat.
I like them. I think the
unnecessary.
frosting has a good cream cheese flavor, and I like the cinnamon in there for the carrot
Would
cake
you
flavor.
prefer real carrot cake?
It depends.
Really?
Yeah, who made it?
Oh my god! So again, Brett, you do this all the time.
Oh, I have circumstances in which
no,
I like something more than another.
The assumption
Oh,
is
I have integrity. I have
No.
standards.
That's not.
well, you know that's not fucking true.
Stop lying.
The
to our
idea
listeners.
is when we ask you a question like that, it's not like, hey, do you prefer this or a shitty carrot cake? That's not what we're saying. It's gonna ostensibly be a good version of the thing we're offering.
Well, then what's my answer?
Exactly.
No, but I don't have a choice then.
No, he's like, would
No,
you prefer that over
would you like a good
version-
piece of carrot cake
a
or one
good
of
piece of
these?
carrot cake or that?
But you have to take into consideration the probability of whether it's going to be a good cake.
What
or
the
not.
fuck is
What's
wrong
wrong
with you?
with you?
That's not the question at all.
You
Why
can't
do you do what
guarantee.
you do,
can't,
Toby?
If you're going to guarantee to me that it's going to be a delicious carrot cake, of course I'm going to like it. But there
Are
has
you gonna like it more than that?
well, yeah.
Okay, then that's the fucking answer.
But
you
what if?
moron.
But what if
Yes,
it's a
you're like
subpar
me.
carrot cake?
It won't be because this is hypothetical, you prick.
It's not hypothetical if you're demanding that it's the best cake.
I didn't say I'm demanding. I'm saying
We're
that.
not demanding anything. We're just saying there's a piece of
Hey,
carrot
Nate,
cake and a
Nate,
piece
Nate,
of...
let me ask you a question here. Do you like that more than a hamburger? Well, I don't know. Is a hamburger been left out on the hood of a car in Arizona for 7 weeks, and it's full of more? And then a homeless dude pissed on it? Is that the kind of burger? Is that the burger that I'm eating?
Hold on. If someone said, I'm going to give you a cheeseburger, and they didn't tell you the details, and that's the cheeseburger they gave you, would you be upset?
No, in the fucking hypothetical.
I said, would you be upset?
That's not the thing we're doing here, you fucking idiot.
If somebody
This is
gave you a
hypothetical.
cheeseburger jelly bean, and you said, I like this jelly bean, and somebody said, but would you prefer a regular cheeseburger
And
instead
then
of...
you went on a diatribe about how it's
What
pissed
kind
on
of
in the sun in
cheeseburger?
Arizona. We'd be mad at you.
Hey guys, do you guys like cheeseburgers?
Let me ask you a question about cheeseburgers. Let me ask you a question about cheeseburgers.
When did Mr. Bill get here?
Yeah, well, you've been here the whole fucking time.
No. I'm asking the questions that people need to know.
Nobody cares.
Is it a good carrot cake or not?
The fact that you clarify it makes me so angry all the time. I hate it. Because you know what that's so pedantic. Just fucking answer the question. Again,
This little green he's got too just drives me crazy.
It's a
This little
cheeseburger
grin.
or a
Dude,
cheeseburger
that's a
jelly
bunny.
bean, and you have to make a clarification whether or not it's a good cheeseburger.
Is it overcooked?
Fuck your face.
Does it have tomato on
Die
it?
in a
I
fire.
don't eat tomato on my cheeseburger.
I hate you.
Sorry, don't want it.
Death?
Or cake.
Death by cake?
Cake or death.
Death by chocolate.
Cake or death.
Well,
That's
carrot
the
cake
podcast.
with lit chocolate truffles.
Well, we did it.
Well, Brad left.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Fucking
Remember the
assholes.
season. Why we're doing it. Something.
The next 40 minutes, we're not saying anything. We're just looking at the wall. Not talking.
Shut up.
All right. Well, we love Easter.
He is risen.
Thanks, Lindorf Chocolates. or
Lindorf.
whatever. What is the company? I thought it was
I had
Is it Lindorf?
I had a gym teacher in elementary called Brian Lindorf.
Cool story, Nate.
Yeah, just wanted you to know that.
By the way, Nate is having a beer and I'm having a cocktail, but we are no way drunk. It just sounds like we're hammered right now.
No.
By the way, in middle school, I had Brian Lindorf.
No, I'm high on life.
Well, you got a game, dummy?
Hey,
Oh, sorry.
put some respect on his name.
Dipshit.
What's your problem?
Yeah, what is your problem?
I don't have any carrot cake.
Is something happened this week that you want to talk about?
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, my friends got mad about the treat I brought them.
Well,
I'm
actually,
not mad about the
you know what,
treat.
Nate? I got an idea. We can both agree, maybe all three of us, that Brad's sponsor sucked.
Wow.
It was pretty terrible. But I brought my own version.
Did you just take that out of your pocket?
So we're going to open this thing up
Okay.
and go ahead and snap a little bit off there.
Did you just?
Did you just take this out of a rat's nest?
There you have the rest because I've already had it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Okay. All right. It's very frozen.
Close your eyes.
I can't get it.
Close your eyes, Brad.
Help.
Are you
Yeah.
really so fucking fat you can't get another chair to get it? Something fell off?
It's because the chair is awkward.
Is it the chair?
Is it?
the chair?
It really
Is
is.
the chair?
No,
on
No,
there?
it really is.
The chair looks like a chair.
Thank you.
The chair looks like a regular chair.
This is an old video game chair.
It's a regular chair.
Okay. This is.
Just eat it.
It looks like a turd.
Hard.
Yeah, cold.
So there's bugs in it. I'm kidding. Brad stopped chewing though for real.
I was trying to figure out what bugs.
By the way, this is frozen, but somehow has been in his pocket for 3 hours, and I don't know
Yeah,
how.
the caramel is hard and chewy, but
I'm wearing my patented, and I just did invent these. Actually, I brought the sponsor. The sponsor's actually the shorts. They are insulated cooler shorts, and so it's a pocket full of ice,
Colorts.
and they're pretty good. What do you think? It kept it pretty cold, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This is
No,
pretty
Ashley
good-
brought these down from the freezer, you moron, and just put them on the couch.
This is a pretty good candy bar.
These are way better than what Brad brought.
All right, yeah,
Right.
they're from Jamaica. I don't know. You got to look at what it's called. I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's called a catch.
Yep.
Crisp rice and milk chocolate with
Is that-
caramel inside.
We have one of the. What's the version of this in?
This is kind of like a 100 grand bar.
Yeah, 100 grand. Yep.
You want to try another one?
Fuck yeah.
All right. Don't ask Brad twice.
I don't got a podcast to do. Bring on the chocolate.
Snap one of those out there. There you go. I'm going to throw this, Brad, and you're going to catch it. And Brittany, I swear to Christ, if you stand up, if it's on the ground and you get it for him.
Papa catch. We did it.
Yeah, now he's concentrating.
Or there's like a Twix.
Hey, what are you looking at it for?
What's not going to help me?
Well, yeah, you've never had it before.
There's like a Twix.
We bought these in the airport coming
Very
back
good, though.
from Jamaica.
So much better. You should start bringing the snacks down.
I know, right? I thought that I would actually treat us.
Yeah, the sponsors.
Oh, there's like a big Kit Kat.
Yeah, it's got a little bit like peanuts or something.
Yeah, with like a crunch on
You
the
guys are
outside.
allowed. You guys are allowed to finish it before you start fucking talking like jagaloons. I've had it before.
It's like a Snickers with a big Kit Kat.
You just aged 30 fucking years each, and you started talking over each other.
You remember when we landed on the moon?
That was awesome.
You didn't try that one? Oh, Ashley would like a little bit of that. You can't have the rest of it, Brad. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's probably all
Go
melted
ahead
in bread.
go ahead and eat it right over here
Slimy
to my
hands.
girlfriend. See if you can make it. This is talent right here, ladies and
Dun,
gentlemen.
dun,
Here we go.
dun,
And
dun, dun, dun. Oh.
wow.
What is your problem?
Not even fucking remotely close.
Well, it would be if the microphone stand was.
Brad, can you stand up and get that off the floor for
No,
her?
I'm too fat.
Yeah, there it is. Well, at least it didn't come out of the wrapper.
Not with that attitude.
So anyway, that was our Jamaican treats.
Lunch and catch. And Lindt chocolate truffles carrot cake edition.
All right.
Happy
so
Easter.
Thank you
Hey,
for
would
sponsoring
you-
Jamaica Board of
Christ
Tourism.
is Lord.
Would you agree that
Ladies, what do you think? You like it?
Oh, Brittany's excited because she probably knows this from Africa.
It's a lunch bar.
It's a lunch bar. It's a chocolate bar. Yeah. It's got wafers inside and crunchy peanuts and chocolate. Yep.
Okay, there you go.
go.
It would be a British thing because Jamaica
It was colonized by the British.
British colony for a long time.
All right, Nate, what's your game? It better have chocolate.
no? It doesn't. But
I
we
will
all agree.
I will bring the sponsor from now on.
Yeah, as I say, we all agree that Ben's sponsor was better than Brad's.
All he did was find popular chocolate bars. That's not fun.
No, they're
those
Jamaican.
Those are Jamaican. Those aren't American.
Yeah, but like they're normal.
They're not though. You've never had one.
The recipe
Have
is
you ever had
similar
one?
to our
Have you ever
candy
had one?
bars.
Have you ever had one?
Nate, is the recipe
Have you
similar to
ever
our
had
candy
one?
bars?
No, there was like a nice little Jamaican treat there.
Have you ever had one, Brad? Yes or no?
I have now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To answer your question, dumb shit.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Is it a bad version of the bar I just had? It's been melted and started dog shit, or what? Which version of it am I eating
Well,
in
ask
this
yourself,
scenario?
well, would you eat it if it was that?
I need another vacation
All right,
without you, Ashley.
it's March.
Yeah.
What does March mean?
March Madness basketball.
The Ides of March, St. Patrick's Day.
March Madness. And last March,
Fuck you.
Horty-torty-tor.
What the fuck was that?
by the way,
I know
did
you-
it like a
That was like a wrestling promo from like 1994. And he like his arms came out to the side. Like it's like I can't wait to get Hulk Hogan in the ring. I'll tell you. What are we popping boners over here?
Bradford Oman, the Latino leprechaun.
I'll be throwing you in me potty wagon.
Yo soy Bradford Oman.
El Leprechauno Mexicano.
I bring the dolor.
That's Spanish for pain. Oh, man. Horty-torty-tor.
This is so fucking weird. You went for it. Somehow, and I mean this, somehow you made yourself bigger.
What can I say? We love to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
In the Mexican household of the Omens, we love St.
I
Patrick's.
mean,
They are the Omans.
and also the color flag of the flag is the same.
Omans. Well, you heard of the O'Shaughnessy's and the O'Connors. Now we got the Omans.
The Omans.
The Oman. Here at the old man household. Hoity-toity-toity.
Oh, Bradford Oman.
Oh, Bradford Oman.
Horty-torty.
Well, you're so fair. You must be putting on SPF 50 when you go out there. My name's Janet Oman.
Oh, that's good shit. Was that enough to get past the March Madness thing?
Nope, not at all.
Nope. 'Cause-
It is March. Oh
my gosh.
Oh my God.
All right.
That's the devil's breath.
So it is March Madness, and last March Madness we did a bracket, and I'm going to do another bracket this time. But we've got 2 more votes here, so that makes 5 votes, and we're going to pick. I've been a little nostalgic lately. I've been watching a lot of things from the 90s. I watched some documentaries and things like this not long ago about like the just basketball in the 90s and things like this. So we're going to pick because we are watching.
You do that, by the way, do you know you do that like that Schwarzenegger thing? Like, things like this.
Yeah.
You do that all the time, like
Things like this.
Things that, and so on.
I don't know if you know this, but I am a student of Arnold's Leadership Academy.
This and that and things of this nature.
Mm-hmm.
You know, dude, I just love it. I'm not making fun.
No, you are. But
No,
it's
not.
okay. No, it's fine.
I love Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, you don't.
I know.
Don't
Fuck
even
you.
start this
you
now.
You know that I love him.
Don't even try to be like, I love that guy. No, it's great that you do that. I love that guy.
You know what,
he's
Nate?
great.
It's better than Brad's fucking stupid You know, that's all he ever does when he needs a pause.
I suppose I could just stumble my way through my words and sound like a fucking idiot like Ben Konowitz, but you know.
I don't know. I'm very eloquent. You're welcome.
All right. But what we're going to do, because the trailer we're going to watch today is an Adam Sandler film, I want us to pick the best. This is the best Adam Sandler film that's ever been made.
Oh.
Okay?
Oh.
So between the 5 of us that we have here, we're going to vote
Brittany,
on these.
you guys are playing.
All right?
Quote unquote, because it's not really a game.
I mean, but it's a conversation.
You know what, Brad?
It's a conversation.
We had this conversation when we did the bracket last time.
I don't give a fuck. Did you create anything? Or are you just sitting here like a bump on a log?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Committing nothing to this.
You haven't created any magic for this podcast for
I
a
guess
long time.
Jesus just made the Lindt chocolate truffles appear in this basement.
I
didn't spend my hard-earned paycheck money to bring him down here and I got a sponsor.
Hey.
I don't spend my money week after week to feed your fat asses new treats every time we do a podcast. Jesus just comes down and says, "Oh, here's some treats for you."
So your flex is that you provide the worst thing about the podcast.
My flex is I feed you.
And also, do they ever get sent to you for free?
Sometimes.
I mean, it's true. You piece of shit.
But you know what? These I paid for.
Oh, my God. Well, you know what? Get your money back.
Wow.
They were not very good.
Wow.
All right. Let's pick between these two films.
All right, so we're going to try to establish the...
Random. These are random, by the way. I did not rank these 1 through 6.
You
didn't see them?
I didn't see them because I wanted to...
Best Adam Sandler film.
That's my bias going in, so I just did a random. All right. Number 1, this is the Meyerowitz Stories. New and what?
Collected?
Nope, it's selected.
Selected.
It's an actual movie.
Which, again, do you like this film?
What was the second one you said?
The Meyerowitz. By the way, do you like
the Meyerowitz?
Oh, I think it's good. No, Baumbach's a good director.
Verse Billy Madison. Who wins?
I give it to Billy Madison.
All day long.
Billy Madison. All right. Punch Drunk Love versus Big Daddy.
Oof. That's a tough one. That would be like a real.
All right, take me through it then. What do you think?
I love Big Daddy. I think it's
Drunk Love.
One of his better comedies, but Punch Drunk Love is like a real big turning point for his career.
That's the thing.
Great film.
So if Punch Drunk Love somehow comes out after Uncut Gems, or somehow comes out after Rain Over Me,
yeah,
then there's a conversation that Big Daddy is a better movie because it's Big Daddy's a very good movie.
Yeah.
But because
funnily enough, Big Daddy is what got Adam Sandler the job on Paul Thomas Anderson because Paul Thomas Anderson saw Big Daddy and wanted to make a movie for Adam Sandler to be in.
Wow.
Like he saw something there.
Yeah.
Right.
Which it takes a talented person to recognize there's more than just a goofy guy there. Because Sandler
there's a little more
serious roles.
There's a little more depth in Big Daddy than some of his previous comedies.
Yeah.
A little bit more heart and things of that nature. And things like this, things of that nature. But no, I would say because of the fact that it came when it came, you go Punch Drunk Love.
All right.
Have you both of you guys, have you seen Punch Drunk Love? Yeah, it's very poignant.
Yes. I'm going to go with Punch Drunk Love as well. So next one, The Longest Yard from 2005 versus The Wedding Singer.
Wedding Singer by 1,000 yards.
Yep.
Whoa, by the longest yard.
All right. Click versus Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
You know what? Stop answering first.
Why?
Because then everybody else is just like, okay.
Well, then why'd they do that after you would answer first, too?
No, I'm saying like we're allowed to like talk to the ladies because they're involved here first.
I know, but I'm just saying my thing.
Yeah, because you're selfish.
Doesn't matter who says it first.
It does.
Doesn't.
I mean, you are admittedly selfish.
Sure. But I got
what were the choices?
Click or
Oh yeah,
Uncut
you know what?
Gems?
Let's this guy lead.
Click. You like Click?
Well, I got a little sweet spot.
Click is solid and has heart, but it's also a little bit too messy.
Yeah, there's a little bit of plot hole, a little bit of
It's a little. It's trying to do too much, even though it does have a lot of good.
And Uncut Gems is a very
Incredible.
Uncut Gems is just a fantastic movie overall without Adam Sandler at all.
You can put other people in there. You're saying
You could put other people in that role, but it is. I will give it 50-50 split. That it's because of Sandler and it's because of the movie. So the Safdie brothers are incredible. I'm going Uncut Gems.
that's what I would go to. So, all right, 50 First Dates. We're gonna ask Ben this first. 50 First Dates or Grown Ups?
50 First Dates.
Yeah, it's 50 First Dates.
The two of you? Same. Yep. I think it's a very good rom-com. I love 50 First Dates. All right. Funny People versus Spanglish. Do you two have any opinions on this one?
Brittany loves Spanglish.
I do too.
Have you seen those?
Okay. So we've got 2 for Spanglish, and we've got, but I know you guys like Funny People too.
Spanglish is very good, but I think that it has a hard time balancing the
Has
tone.
Cloris Leachman in it, by the way.
Yes.
So
Has a hard time.
Does that impact your decision?
I don't know if you know that.
It has a hard time balancing the tone that it's trying to strike. I think
No.
Sandler's very good in it. I like the story, but I think Funny People overall is better because of how it taps into Sandler's persona as a movie star and a comedian.
There's a scene with Adam Sandler and his daughter in Spanglish, and his daughter's struggling with a lot. And he is just so good in this scene, and he gets very emotional. I love that film.
I'm not doing this as a bit. I like Spanglish better for 2 reasons. One that is kind of bit-y, and the other is not. Funny People has a lot of like length and content problems for me. Like
I agree with that.
I think it fizzles out. Honestly,
It really does. I just rewatched it not that long ago, and that third act is so tough to get through.
I don't disagree.
So that's problematic when you're doing that. The first 2 acts are great, but there's scenes in them that are very long. I'm like, Judd, come on, man, cut to the quick here.
I agree.
Meanwhile, Spanglish is a very good movie, but then also here's the bit part. In the DVD special menu of Spanglish, it gives you the recipe for the sandwich.
Nice.
And I made it, and it's amazing.
Is
and
it a good sandwich?
It's amazing. Spanglish all day long.
All right, Spanglish is the winner there. All right, next one, Happy Gilmore versus The Waterboy.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore walked so Waterboy could run. It's Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, it's
right.
Waterboy is still very good though.
Both sports comedies, right? But I mean, they're not making a Waterboy 2, huh?
Well, not yet.
Ooh.
Waterman.
All right.
It's just what it says is Bobby Waterman here. Attorney at large. He becomes an attorney in the big city.
It was not the way that I was going, but
No,
that's fine.
Barry Waterman.
Final
Bobby
one.
Waterman. Barry Waterman.
By the way, final one in this first round, Hustle versus, did you guys see Hustle?
Yeah,
I did. I love
great.
it.
Versus Hotel Transylvania.
Oh, Hustle all day long.
Do you not like Hotel Transylvania? I do.
It's too much of like the immature jokes for me.
Oh, because I have kids. I like that.
I'm a good parent, and I like Hotel Transylvania, but I'm gonna basketball. I gotta go Hustle.
Yeah.
What about you? Have you guys seen it? Either one? Hotel Transylvania vote. Hotel Transylvania. So wait, 2 for Hotel Transylvania, 2 for Hustle. Nate.
Hotel Transylvania.
Ooh.
What the fuck?
Yep.
This podcast isn't for kids.
No, but it's for fair elections.
There's a reason why they've made like 4 of them.
Tell me your favorite joke in Hotel Transylvania.
Well, probably the one where they use the mummy for toilet paper.
That's a
Or
good
where
one.
Drac farts into the blob's
that's a good
face
one.
and
Yeah,
things
that's pretty
bubbles
good.
in his body.
This is pretty good.
I don't even know if that's a real joke.
No, it is.
Now
Oh,
you're
now you're just making. Now you're. What are you writing the next one?
I know, I'm ready to see it. All right, moving on. Second round. Billy Madison versus Punch Drunk Love.
It's hard because is it the better film or is it the one you like the most, or is there's a lot of caveats here. I'm just gonna say Billy Madison because it put him on the map as a comedic actor, and I love that movie. And everyone in the room is now dumber is something I think about maybe once a week when somebody says something stupid and I'm in the room and I'm thinking to myself, that's the quote that I'm going to go with.
Yeah, I'm torn because I think Punch Drunk Love is the better movie and it's a better showcase of his talents. Billy Madison was huge for Adam Sandler, though not as big as Happy Gilmore. Billy Madison flopped and it didn't really move the needle for Sandler as a movie star.
Because I watched that film probably 1,000 times.
But what Ben said is really interesting to me because it is insanely quotable, and like I so many times do I reference that movie.
Nudie Magazine Day.
Yeah. Stop looking at me, Swan.
Yeah, I mean, shampoo is better. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think I gotta go Billy Madison.
That's painful to say because Punch Drunk Love is so respected.
It's so good.
So to be in a moment where like we're gonna pick that over Punch Drunk Love in any other universe, that's blasphemy, right? But this is our show. We get to do whatever we want.
All right, next one: The Wedding Singer versus Uncut Gems.
I think I'm going Wedding Singer here because with Uncut Gems, Sandler already proved he could do drama and stuff, and The Wedding Singer is just like a near flawless romantic comedy that is
you really love The Wedding
funny,
Singer.
charming.
If you haven't seen it lately, go back and rewatch it. He's not wrong. It is almost a perfect romantic comedy.
Yeah,
I gotta go with that as well.
Very good.
Ladies, what do you think? Only because Uncut Gems made her so anxious. That's why she's picking Wedding Singer. But that some would argue then that's the reason why it's a good movie. Myself included, I fucking hate, as everyone in this that listens to the podcast knows, fucking hate awkward stuff. I can't deal with it. It made me. I sweat a lot. We know this, but I think I changed my shirt like 3 times just watching that film. It's so hard to watch. Oh yeah, no, I paused it multiple times and stood up.
Yeah. It's when you know when Ben is stressed watching a TV show or a movie. He starts standing.
I stand. I stand up and I for some reason like I put a couch between me and the TV like it's gonna protect me. It's just from my childhood though because I remember standing up as my parents were watching something and going to the back of the room and still kind of wanting to watch it, but it just meant I could leave the room at any time. And I think that's the idea is the further away from the TV I am, the more likely I can. Because as a kid I didn't have the remote, right? But now I do. But I still stand up and go to the back of the room.
All right, moving on. 50 First Dates versus Spanglish.
Oof.
I'm going Spanglish because while I do enjoy 50 First Dates for the most part, it has some of the weirder, more unfortunate tendencies of Adam Sandler's comedies, and I think Spanglish is just a better film overall.
50 First Dates trends, and this is not, it's a Happy Madison production, but this trends, it's not a Sandler film. It trends more towards the grandma's boy element than it does towards the Wedding Singer element of Adam Sandler films, right? So if there's a needle, 50 First Dates is definitely leaning the silly kind of
like 50 First Dates for me. It's the too much Rob Schneider in that one.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Also, did Little Nicky not make the tournament?
No, Little Nicky did not make the.
I'm just asking.
Would you have put it in there?
I mean, it's a bracket, so like all Adam Sandler films should be in
all.
it.
I mean, okay, well, no, it's fine. Right?
Well, it's 64 teams. 64 teams in the tournament, so.
Yeah, well, we do have to end the game eventually. But what about you? So you guys are both Spanglish then?
Yeah,
I'll go Spanglish. What, ladies?
Spanglish. All right, Spanglish it is then. All right.
Never seen either one of them, Ashley. Because I'm looking over. Ashley's not a huge movie person, so I'm looking over. Have you even seen
these?
50
First Dates for Spanglish.
You ever see 50 First Dates in the theater? Okay.
All right, moving on. Happy Gilmore versus Hotel Transylvania.
Happy Gilmore, done and done.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore.
Get the fuck out of here, Drac.
All right, we've got a final 4 of Billy Madison, The Wedding Singer, Spanglish, and Happy Gilmore. So the first one is Billy Madison versus The Wedding Singer.
The Wedding Singer.
Wedding Singer.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's for the exact same reason I said before.
Why don't you like Billy Madison?
The reason I picked Billy Madison previously is it was his first real, showing that he could be a movie star or at least somebody who can act in films, and it's insanely quotable. But The Wedding Singer becomes what Billy Madison was maybe not trying to be, but like it's that idea of like boy, and it's all of his movies are romantic comedies. Almost all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
I mean, there's
heavy love interest in every single one of them.
It's just that most of the early ones are more absurd.
Exactly. But all of them have the it girl that he's chasing. Literally every single movie that he has that is a comedy like that, there's a Veronica Vaughn, there's a, and
Vicky Valancourt.
And so if you're saying that, and they're always alliterative.
Yep.
Wedding Singer is the best of that, so how could you pick that over Billy Madison. That would be my argument.
I would say The Wedding Singer because I think that that's the movie where you start to see Adam Sandler as a proper leading man and not just a goofball. Because I think that Billy Madison, he's very silly. Happy Gilmore, he's a little less silly, and it's a sports comedy. This movie, he's a charming man, and he sings, and he's funny. It's got heart, and
he's vulnerable.
Yeah, and so I think it's Wedding Singer for those reasons.
Disagreements? No. All right. Well, there it is.
Yeah. All right. Spanglish versus Happy Gilmore.
I'm going Happy Gilmore here.
Unpack it. Why?
Happy Gilmore, I think, is the comedy that elevated Adam Sandler's career as a movie star because Billy Madison didn't hit at the box office, and even though we still appreciate it and love it, Happy Gilmore, I think, was more appealing to general audiences as a sports comedy. I think the fact that you have someone like why am I blanking on his name? Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers
in there as his
R.I.P.
mentor.
legend.
Yeah. You got the Bob Barker scene in there. You know, Christopher McDonald makes for like a great like
Scooter McGavin still
villain. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. What was that name? What's his name?
Was it Scooter McGavin?
No. Oh, come on, Brad. I was wanted to say it one more time. Scooter McGavin.
You got it.
Shooter.
Scooter sounds like a douchebag too, though.
It would be amazing.
Be a good one.
No, but it would be amazing in Happy Gilmore if he like did his thing and turned around and went Scooter. Finger guns blazing. Scooter.
But yeah, so I think Happy Gilmore over Spanglish for that.
I will agree, in kind of for the same reason. Like Happy Gilmore launched him. Like he became an international sensation after that movie, bankable, all that good stuff. Without that movie, we wouldn't have everything that kind of came after it.
Yeah.
And honestly, some not the like the grown up stuff, you know. And I get it that you want.
A lot of people love grown ups.
I know you want. Yeah, it's so lowest common denominator stuff though. Like. He wants to go on vacation with his friends, so they shoot in Hawaii, and he buys them cars. Cool. If you want to do that, just do that. But then go make a good movie. Like, why do you need to do both at once? I don't agree with that philosophy. Like, it's not that big of a deal to make the movie good. We're just hanging out as friends.
Yeah,
I don't love that.
What about you guys?
I thought Gronk was had like weird, like serious moments.
So if that's not picked up on the mic, Ashley said that's got some weird icky moments that don't necessarily hit. Like, why are you being overly sentimental? This movie, it doesn't lend itself to that. Yeah. It's just shoehorning in the sentimentality. Yeah. No, that's not fun.
Yeah, I'm okay. So I'm gonna side with you guys. I think Happy Gilmore is the better film than Spanglish, but I do have a soft spot for Spanglish.
Of course,
yeah.
It's
what do you think, Brits?
It's duly noted.
Agree.
Spanglish. Okay.
Spanglish.
Hey,
okay.
you know what? Good for you.
All right, our championship for the Adam Sandler best film, according to Go Flix Yourself, is The Wedding Singer versus Happy Gilmore. There's some films that did not make our tournament. Again, we want to give an honorable mention to
Hotel Transylvania 3, 4, 7, and 9.
You know, I would say one that I know people hate that I don't hate is Mr. Deeds. I don't hate.
I like Mr. Deeds.
No thanks.
Yeah,
I like it.
I just don't hate it.
I just have to think about feet.
Yeah, exactly.
John Turturro's great in there.
Boom.
Yes.
There's enough funny scenes in there.
There
that I don't hate it. It's one of those things when it's on the TV. If I'm like, back when we used to switch channels, if it was on, I would just watch it. It was fine.
It's fair.
The
Mr.
Wedding
Deeds is when I started to fall out of love with Adam Sandler comedies.
Really, you dislike it that much?
No, you're wrong. It's okay.
All right, The Wedding Singer versus Happy Gilmore. Let's start with Ben.
Ooh. This is a debate on the thing that made him a household name and really did launch him into the stratosphere versus what would ostensibly be the better version of, again, I got
the Evolve version versus the early.
I got to stick with my own narrative here. If Billy Madison walks so that Happy Gilmore can run in, and Happy Gilmore walks so that, it's The Wedding Singer is almost a perfect rom-com, so I'm going Wedding Singer.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's got to be Wedding Singer because it combines everything that's great about Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, but gives it a bit more of an adult push. Has a great ensemble cast, funny, charming, heartfelt.
If you're doing a what's more quotable, it's near the bottom of the list, right? But we're not doing that. We're doing.
I don't know about that.
I mean, compared to Happy Gilmore or Billy Madison?
Well, compared to those two, for sure. But like, it's not towards the bottom of the list.
That's what I meant. Like, as far as these, like, comedic, like,
Yeah.
you know. And so, yeah, I know. I mean, what's your favorite, one-liner from Wedding Singer?
Once again, things I could have been told about yesterday.
Yeah. And that's the only one I can think of, so it's fine.
Brittany,
What do you got?
Do you guys have option here?
Oh, Julia
Julia
Gulia.
Gulia.
I've ever met. Her name is Julia Gulia.
Nice.
I work with Julia Gulia now.
All right, fair enough. I'm wrong about the quotes. Sorry.
So, Wedding Singer for you? Brittany?
Ding, 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 ding,
All right, so
ding,
Nate,
ding.
your
Wedding
opinion doesn't
Singer-
matter.
Yeah, Wedding Singer wins. Congratulations. Do you genuinely think, even after this tournament, The Wedding Singer is Adam Sandler's best film?
I mean, I think that it would be. It's tough to put it up against stuff like his dramatic work. Like
I think that you do have to separate it. We should have
Yeah.
a bracket of comedies versus. So out of the three we talked about, Punch Drunk Love and Punch Drunk Love, Reign Over Me, which did not make the tournament,
Uncut Gems.
Of those three, and Spanglish, I guess we'll
Yeah.
throw that in there. What is your? Is it Uncut Gems?
I think Uncut Gems
favorite?
is the probably the best, but Punch Drunk Love is pretty close.
Yeah. What did you think about Reign Over Me?
I think he's good in it. I just think that
Do you think what I think, which is he's a little bit out of his depth?
it's not that he's out of his depth. I'm just not sure that the material is there to
That's what I thought. Yeah.
to really
Okay.
come together as like a cohesive drama. I think it was one of those movies where like it felt necessary at the time because
of the
it's
9/11
yeah,
stuff,
it's
yeah.
9/11 thing. But I don't think it fully came together as a narrative.
To kind of give our listeners a little bit about what the critics think are the best films from Adam Sandler based on the Rotten Tomato score, the critics' Rotten Tomato score. The number
Let's guess. What's the number one?
Yeah.
Uncut Gems.
Let's just do comedies though.
No, I mean, no, let's do all films.
Post Uncut Gems on. Fine.
It's not. It's 94% Hustle.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And then number 2,
Uncut Gems.
I'm taking out his comedy specials because that doesn't really count. But
Yeah.
number 2, the Meyerowitz stories, new and selected at
Interesting.
92%.
We're just wrong about Adam Sandler.
Number 3,
Uncut Gems.
91% Uncut Gems.
Okay, I was Hotel Transylvania.
Okay, here's one I should have included, but I don't know if enough of us saw this. I did.
The Ridiculous Six.
No. And I really liked it. But he's not. He's definitely not the featured part of this film. But he made this film. You Are So Not Invited to My Bar Mitzvah.
Yeah, I don't know if I would consider that like an Adam Sandler movie. It's more
Now that's my boy. That's just a missed opportunity. He should have been. That would have been my overall.
yikes.
Yeah, Punch Drunk Love is 79%.
As someone who loved Andy Samberg too, that movie was
I know.
such a disappointment.
When it was released that they were going to star in a movie together, I was so hyped.
I know.
I didn't include Hubie Halloween.
Well, the vomit scene alone. I mean,
Spaceman. Did you like Spaceman?
I haven't seen Spaceman yet. Actually,
It only has a 50%. Murder Mystery didn't include that one.
it's
Never
solid.
Never saw it.
Let's see. That Shakes the Clown. Is he in there?
It's probably got to be a bit part.
It's
or
like a
something
1991 film.
What about Overboard?
Oh, Anger Management.
Oh yeah, that should have been in the tournament, Nate. Because that would have been fun to debate, like against something like Mr. Deeds.
Nah, I'm good on both those.
You're not an Anger Management fan because that's right around Mr. Deeds' timeline.
Yeah,
right?
that's when I started to lose.
Deeds is 99, Anger Manager 2001.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, you don't mess with the Zohan.
Ugh.
But some of the films we do like, I think Ben said he liked Click. That's only 34% on Rotten Tomatoes. The Waterboy, 34% on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, The Longest Yard, 32%. That's not a very good film.
Even Big Daddy wasn't super beloved.
Would you have included Airheads?
No, I don't think it's an
I
Adam
don't-
Sandler movie.
Yeah, again. Bedtime Stories,
Didn't dig it very much.
27%. Sandy Wexler, did you see that one?
I did, and it's not great.
No, 27%.
How about isn't 1,000 words, or is that
That's Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Same level of drivel.
Yeah.
You know.
Little Nicky and Mr. Deeds both have 22%.
Oh, Little Nicky's way worse than Mr. Deeds.
Did you not like Little Nicky?
I don't think it's way worse. I think there's a lot of redeeming scenes in that movie. It's a bad movie, but there's a lot of funny parts in it.
Mm.
That's my boy.
When's the last time you saw it, for real?
decades.
Yeah, it's worth a rewatch.
Doubt it.
Oh, you
I
know,
love how this podcast is not about just having a conversation about that. Doubt it. Fuck off. Next.
a couple other ones.
Hey, one thing that I thought that
Nope.
worth a revisit. 12 Angry Men. Fuck off. Terrible.
A couple others we didn't talk about. 2016's The Do-Over. Didn't see that one.
That one is okay. That's the one with David Spade.
What about this one? 8%. 1996 is Bulletproof.
Oh man.
I like Bulletproof.
So you like Bulletproof?
It only has 6%,
Hold on. You like Bulletproof because it came out in 1996, and you were how old?
The 96?
96 is what it
Yeah,
said, right?
96.
Yeah, 10 years old.
Yeah, you were 10.
Yeah.
That's why you're like, I want to go to Disneyland. Like you did.
Disneyland.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's why
but,
you like that.
No, at the time, I mean, I liked Adam Sandler. I liked Damon Wayans
Of course.
because of Major Pain. And yeah, so like I have fond memories of it.
Exactly.
It's not a very good movie.
It's not at all.
Jack and Jill.
Oh.
Ugh. That's a movie that I came so close to leaving.
3%.
And he was on an airplane.
Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star.
Oh.
Doesn't he only have a small part in that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not an Adam Sandler.
He wrote it,
That's
though.
Nick Swartzen.
That's Nick
movie.
Swartzen. Yeah.
Okay,
he's
he's a
bit part.
screenwriter on that one though.
Remove his name.
And then
Overboard.
The Ridiculous Six.
Is Overboard not on there?
Did I
It's
miss?
chairman of the board, isn't it?
No, Overboard. It's
Is
like
that-
his very first
Oh,
film.
chairman of the board is the Carrot Top
That's
movie.
Carrot Top with that Norm Macdonald destroys on Conan.
Oh, you know what? I did miss a couple. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Did we talk about that one?
Not very good.
We can talk about how hot Jessica Biel is in that film.
Calm down.
She's first of all, Jessica Biel in Summer Catch is probably the hottest actress that's ever been on screen.
Just go with it.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, that's with Jennifer Aniston. One of my kids' favorite films. and
Blended.
I'm not kidding you. They will watch still, even though they're getting older, because they have this.
Pixels.
Yes, they love Pixels.
I get
Brad,
so mad.
no,
at
Brad's
Pixels.
just so pissed off about the premise because he's like, there's such a better movie that could have been made
It's a
with this premise.
wasted premise.
But if you take that away and just let it be a film, it's not as bad as you're saying.
It's not a great film, but
It's
you
fun,
can
though.
see why a 13-year-old would like that
Absolutely.
no, of course, I totally understand.
And it's also not the worst thing.
I
ever
totally
made.
understand why it works for a family audience. I think my biggest problem with it is, and it's a nerdy thing, it's that the screenplay does not like establish a universe where like the rules of how you're supposed to engage with the concept actually make sense. It doesn't, like, if you're gonna do a premise like that, the logic has to be sound and there has to be like rules that you follow. That's what makes you buy into like a sci-fi universe. And I was really frustrated by how it played out, and they didn't really seem to care about what they established with like the actual concept of the movie itself.
All right, fair enough.
All right. Well, that's enough Adam Sandler talk. Did you guys see any movies this week or no?
Not only did I see movies, I saw several.
Cool.
Buckle
I don't know why it's my least favorite part of the show.
One of the movies I saw was called Buckle Up.
up. What did you see,
It was
Brady Bear?
that's Pixar's new movie about belt buckles.
Yeah, it makes you feel feelings for belt buckles. It's
They're all the same. They're all country.
yeah, but the problem is,
Hey ma, hey pa, it's me, belt buckle.
but some of them
Well, hey belt buckle Junior, what do you got to say about that?
some of them have been in car accidents though, so they have PTSD. So it's rough. It's a sad story. That's Buckle Up from Pixar.
I'm from the Rust Belt. We all are.
What's really funny, and it's going to blow your mind when you see it, is that they do show that the seatbelts are inside the cars from Cars.
Oh, it's meta.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I saw The Electric State.
I did too.
Which is
I did not see that.
the movie from the Russo brothers.
The
starring
reviews have kind of
Chris
scared
Pratt
me
and Millie
away
Bobby
from
Brown.
What'd you think, Brad?
I was so disappointed in this movie.
No.
It is
It's fantastic.
It's such a heartless piece of commercial filmmaking, and I'm upset because similar to Pixels, it's a great idea. It's a cool universe that they created. There's some interesting things about it, but there's no investment in the characters. There's nothing. There's not any sharp writing in the script that like makes you like laugh or like get engaged with the characters in a way other than
There's no character that you really connect with, or
the problem with the film is that they use the technology of look at what we've built.
Yeah.
That is the show pony of the whole thing. There's no backfill. There's no character development. There's no Millie Bobby Brown and her brother's relationship is
Feels so forced.
so forced, so terrible. But I will say the good parts of the film are, which this is not a great, this is not a great compliment. The best parts of the film are the robots.
Yeah.
And it's not even fucking close. Chris Pratt is terrible.
Awful.
He's wearing the worst couple of wigs I've ever seen in my entire life.
In the trailer, I'm like, what, did they not spend any time getting Chris Pratt to look like something?
I don't know what the fuck they thought. Like maybe they spent so much that the wig budget was like, Joanne's is going out of business. Find some fabric. Because
it
it's
really does
fucking
look awful.
It was off-putting.
Again,
and
that's not Chris Pratt's fault. That's like whoever is the costumer.
that was fucking horrible. But the best parts, the robots had more emotion and more growth and more depth than the human characters. And again, it's not even fucking close.
This
At
is why
at the same time, I was even frustrated by certain aspects of the robot universe, though, of like the robots that people use, like out in the world.
the drones
The
or
fact that they
avatars.
all look the same, and like it's just a television, face with their face on it. Like it just feels like a.
So I get from a technical standpoint, it would be very hard to have a customizable version, and you wouldn't know whose was whose, right? You got to make it all very much the same, one versus the other. So that I get that from a storytelling perspective.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of lame. But yeah, and also even
Because like in Ready Player One, you had the Sixers or whatever, and they put on that. They go into the world, and you're right. There's avatars that are different, and they're bad and good, and they made that work.
exactly.
I'm wrong.
That's a good film. Oh, Ready
But-
Player One.
I love Ready Player One.
But also on
Brad,
top
do you
of
like
that,
Ready Player One?
I do like Ready Player One.
You love it?
I don't love it. I like
You
it.
like it a lot?
I like it okay.
Okay.
You're
wrong.
Even the score in the Electric State feels like cut cues from the Avengers movies that they just didn't use, and they're like, "Oh, we'll use it here," and which sucks because Alan Silvestri is a great composer. He's done.
He did Predator.
Back to the Future.
So all
he
these
did
people,
Predator.
these big, because they brought a lot of big people into this.
Yeah.
If I sound like Trump there. A lot of big people into this.
Everybody's telling me this is going to be the best movie ever.
But they reportedly spent $320 million on this film.
Yeah.
Goes to show you that money can't buy a good film.
Yeah. It just didn't work. I was really disappointed. I was hoping maybe I was gonna see something in it that everyone else like didn't, and I might walk away liking it. But I just was so bored.
I was hoping that it was at least an okay film. A lot of people are like, "You said terrible," and sometimes I watch those films, like, it's not the worst film.
It's just
right?
so much
Like,
wasted potential.
So a comparison on a film that I actually didn't hate, which is also had an ostentatious budget and was stupid on paper and stupid in premise, was Red One. But I found enough redeeming shit about that to laugh along with and have some fun with. This Electric State doesn't even have that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Red One at least has some stupid fun going for it.
Exactly.
All right. What else did you see, buddy?
I also watched a documentary that is out on Netflix called The Twister, Caught in the Storm. This is about the massive tornado that hit Joplin, Missouri back in 2011. And this is one of the more detailed and terrifying accounts of a tornado that I've ever seen in a documentary. It has some cinematic flourishes that are a little over the top and a little too much of how they try and tell the story in a way that where they've made their own dramatizations and they do fake storm footage, but there's so much real footage of the storm from cell phones and security cameras and like that, and the talking heads themselves from the people who were in the tornado and survived, and just their account of it is so detailed, and what they went through and what happened just sounds terrifying and just crazy.
It's so interesting that this is. I mean, I remember collecting water for Joplin and saying, this is 13 or 14 years ago now, and obviously we all move on 13 or 14 weeks later, oftentimes. But I'm sure this community after this is still living. There's people living almost PTSD after this tornado, right? I mean, it was such a...
Especially this time of year when it is tornado time, which sounds like a bit. Tornado time! But it is, during the season, that heightened sensibility of it's coming again. I mean, if you don't have the capacity or the money to move and to live somewhere where that doesn't happen, you have to worry about that year in and year out for the rest of your life. And that's terrifying.
For sure. I would definitely recommend watching. It's on Netflix. Yeah, The Twister.
I watched a documentary called Tornado Time. Now, this was actually all CGI, and it was pretty great. It was about Janis Joplin in a tornado.
Where'd the Janis Joplin part come from?
No, you just reached for it.
Because
Joplin.
Oh, there it is.
Honestly, Brad, I'm a little disappointed because it's right there.
I wasn't sure if I was missing like a time reference, like an album, but then I guess I should have known you don't know any of Janis Joplin songs. So.
Listen, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? It's called Mercedes Benz, right?
That's Morgan Wallen.
I thought you were gonna do something. You raised up like you were gonna come down with something. Was it a fart?
No, I didn't have anything. I watched one other movie called Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Oh,
Well, I saw that.
He's faster than ever.
Yeah, I already talked about this, so let's move on.
What do you mean you talked about this?
I've already seen it
Last week you talked about. Or
Yeah.
last episode.
a couple episodes ago.
You talked about Sonic the Hedgehog 3?
Yeah.
I don't think you did.
All right, well, let's talk about it. What'd you like?
Keanu Reeves, great as Shadow.
Yep.
You
Action
talked
fun.
about Jim Carrey doing Jim Carrey stuff.
Exactly.
Jim Carrey.
It's my favorite part.
Dual roles.
And honestly, normally I'm not a big fan of the dual role thing. I think it's more of a gimmick. In this, it works so perfectly.
Yeah.
He's so great. Jim Carrey is the reason these are. I mean, Ben Schwartz does a great voice, and they're decently well written. But Jim Carrey is the reason, one of the main reasons these things are so successful.
Yeah, it's the kind of movie where that performance works, and like I
Campy and over the top is preferred.
Yeah, I would hate it in other kinds of movies, but this one is just like the tone works,
Yeah.
and I think that the style of like action adventure that's family friendly, I think, has come into its own and really works.
These are fun kids films, aren't they?
Yeah.
They really are, and they do that thing where even though there's a very clear villain and a very clear hero, it's not necessarily respect, but it's tongue-in-cheek enough where if the villain is really going to win, he does that thing where he steps back and doesn't take that final blow because he wants the other guy to get ready.
Right.
You know, they have that playfulness to it, and that's why it works as a family-friendly film.
Yeah, it's fun.
And I think people will be shocked at how well these Sonic films are received. Not only at the box office, I think this is almost at 500 million. This one, but also critically, like this has like an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I think they've only improved actually as it's gone on.
And I've seen all three now, and the narrative of these films is they're building upon the previous ones enough where and expanding their universe with Shadow and stuff like that. I've never played the Sonic; it was not my wheelhouse. So as a guy that loved video games, Mario growing up, but never played Sonic, to understand that you're going to take an IP, a property that's about a hedgehog that gets rings and turn it into this, it's very well done.
Yeah,
but I do think you need for Sonic. If you guys remember right, too, I always think of when we think of Sonic, how at the beginning before the first film was released, and they did a trailer, and the Sonic looked terrible.
Oh, yeah.
They completely overhauled the
human teeth and shit.
And I always remind myself that just because they have to do reshoots or trailer releases and people pan it, does not mean that the film technically is going to be terrible.
And
right?
Every once in a while we're right. Every once in a while they're right.
Yeah.
A lot of times though, that's just red flag city, right?
Yep, exactly. But sometimes you get a Sonic that's
That's why we hold out hope.
But I do think Ben Schwartz does
a great voice work.
Yeah.
He is a very important piece in
Yes,
this.
absolutely.
I think without his voice work, Sonic doesn't work as well.
No, because he embodies that playfulness and that Dennis the Menace style character, and his cadence and everything. It's a perfect choice.
Yeah, it's good. And one more thing I watched was Flow, which was the movie that won Best Animated Feature at
I
the
saw that
Oscars
as well.
this year. And it's available on Max. And this movie is gorgeous.
Yep.
It's lovely.
Yep.
All the animals are adorable. There's no dialogue in this movie.
Yep.
It just follows animals around as they survive this like big cataclysmic flood a long time ago. And it's just a wonderful movie. I can easily see why it won Best Animated Feature.
It's not the animation isn't off-putting, but it is different.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that there's no talking in it whatsoever. You have to have these anthropomorphized versions of animals that talk to each other through facial gestures and barking and this and that.
But they're still very realistic too.
Exactly. So, and that we talked about this. You can't put a smile on Mufasa's face and
Right.
have him talk and be like, "Wow, that's normal." But what this film is able to get away with is having this is not a spoiler because you should see the film no matter what. But Brad, the other dogs, not you know what I'm about to say here. The one dog is with him.
Yeah.
The other dogs are not as anthropomorphized.
I agree.
They are just dogs that kind of bark and are mean and whatever, but they're just dogs being dogs. So you don't blame them, but also you're like, don't let them on the boat, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
the dog that's with him has facial expressions and understands and is
He's friendlier.
exactly and approachable and this and that. So there are elements. I guess my point here is that's very hard to do in animation. Make sure that you've got a certain class of animals that don't get it necessarily, but are part of it, and then have your core group that do get it, and have the audience know the difference.
I also think that one thing that helps is that they animate the animals to have personalities through their body language and just the way that they behave with things. Yeah. It's better than like giving them human facial expressions. Like the lemur is very possessive of stuff that he has, and
but he doesn't like it. It's not that Madagascar thing where he's looking at you like with a real mean look.
Right.
It's almost just like when he's possessive, but it's what a real animal would look like.
And then like the capybara is like tired and kind of like like a grump.
Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. But it's a wonderful movie.
Also, again, not spoiling anything, but there's a scene in there that I was watching with Ender, and we watched it as a family, where 8-year-old was upset. I mean, we'll talk about it off air, but there is a moment where one animal interacts with another animal and hurts them, and Ender was like on the verge of tears. It really was impactful, and he's like, "Why would he do that?" It's just it's a strong movie.
Yeah,
it elicits a lot of good emotions.
Nate, you should watch it. You'll love it.
Oh, you will love it, dude.
All right, that's all I've seen.
Nate, how about you, buddy?
I have just seen one film. I was on vacation last week, and I enjoyed my vacation, but I did not watch much on that vacation because I was on the beach, and TV and film was not on my mind. But I did get to see a film. I got back on Saturday, and yesterday, we're recording on Monday. Yesterday, I watched a film called Sacramento. And
what's that?
Michael Cera movie?
Yeah, I think we talked about the trailer here, didn't we?
I think we talked about it in our thread. I don't think we actually talked about it on the podcast.
This is a film starring Michael Cera, and I think if I remember right, what is his name? Michael Angarano.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from Sky High and Gentleman Broncos.
It's pronounced Michael Angarano. It's Italian.
He's also in Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Yes, he is an Oppenheimer. I'm not that familiar with him, but he wrote this film as well and directed it. And so he wrote it, directed it, and stars in this film, right? Very independent type of film.
Mm-hmm.
Feels very independent. But I saw the trailer, and I was really interested in it because it talked about this kind of, you could tell it's about two friends that are making peace with whatever internal kind of turmoil they've got going on, but it's not the same, but there's some intersection. That's exactly how it plays out. There's nothing in this film that is groundbreaking. There's nothing in this film that is going to make you think long term, but it's an enjoyable film. And what it does, I think, more than anything is, at this stage, you've got these 20 and 30-year-old guys, and for many of them right now, we're finding, psychologically and everything, that they're not okay. And what this film does is it does show that there's a lot of males right now that are not okay.
Mm.
I'm fine.
Learning how to talk about that and learning how to...
They should get help.
And how many males use humor to mask
pain.
Pain. And then some...
Why are you looking at me?
Some of them even drink to numb.
Yeah.
And then there's some
they
that
wear a lot of black
instead
t-shirts.
of actually dealing with the stuff that they've got to deal with, they just kind of start new stuff. Why deal with the old stuff when the new stuff is a lot more fun? And so the film kind of tackles that.
What? Oh, sorry. Was that?
Did you hear Uncle Chugs over there?
Sorry, I didn't know if that was in the microphone or not.
Yeah, you did.
But no, this is
what are you guys talking about?
This is a film that I think people will enjoy seeing it. It's not groundbreaking. It shouldn't win any awards, but I wasn't mad that I watched it.
Okay.
I think you would like this film, probably.
Oh, do you have to rent it?
Yes.
Pass.
Wait for it to come out. Yeah, no, it's one of those things. I would wait for it to come out and then watch it.
Unfortunately, Brad spent all of his money on sponsors.
Yeah, I had to get these expensive carrot cake truffles. So, did you watch anything else, Nate?
Nope, that's all.
Have you watched any,
Nope. I watch movies. I watch movies, Brad. I watched a lot actually because I was on vacation, and your vacation was better than mine, and therefore I sat in the hotel room watching movies a lot. So I watched 21 Jump Street.
Good movie.
First time you see it?
Yep. Watched 22 Jump Street
Good.
because it came on directly after 21 Jump Street on TNT.
And you can't.
Oh,
TBS on TBS.
those movies are unwatchable on basic cable.
Like, do they take out all the good parts?
They
So-
the lines don't make sense.
No.
Like it's
I think that Jamaican TBS is different
oh
because it wasn't. They didn't bleep.
Oh,
much.
okay.
It was
Did they
actually
show
pretty
the
great.
scene in where they go in 22 Jump Street where they go to the prison?
Yeah.
Okay, they showed that because that's a pretty funny scene with Dave Franco in jail.
yeah.
Anyway, so I watched those, and then I was pretty drunk on vacation.
No.
Listen,
First time?
you know,
Got him.
22 Jump Street ends, and it's midnight, and I'm literally like, all right,
So Ben made his own 23 Jump Street.
On his phone.
I was like, well, it's again,
and then he made Ashley watch.
it's TBS, right? So there's another movie that's coming on, and I literally went to the bathroom and I was about to turn it off, and it was Catch Me If You Can,
Nice.
and I was like, you know what? I'll just
Yeah,
start
I
watching.
love
I
this film.
finished the whole
Hell
fucking
yeah, you
thing
did, because that movie is amazing.
It was 2:30 in the morning on a random Tuesday at a resort, and I'm like, why did I stay up? Because it's awesome.
so good.
By the way, happy birthday to Christopher Walken. We're recording this again on Monday. Today is Christopher Walken's 82nd birthday.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's great.
And then I think last time I talked about Horrible Bosses 2 and the Royal Tenenbaums,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
But then, so also on the resort, the next night, I watched Escape Plan
Good.
with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone.
Mm-hmm.
It's just as good as I remember.
Also, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
So I will talk about it just slightly. Here's the weirdest thing about Escape Plan to me is that Sylvester Stallone obviously is incredibly famous and super well known. He doesn't need to do a lower budget movie like this, but he did, and it's even lower budget than like The Expendables.
I mean, this film had a $70 million budget.
It didn't look like it.
For this kind of movie that is
It
would
would
have
have needed a $200 million budget to make it look legit.
Okay.
And so
$70 million is not nothing.
no, it's not nothing, but they wasted it on a lot of different things then because again, it
They
doesn't.
probably wasted it on getting Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
or protein powder.
I mean, and again, this is the collaboration that they, it's Schwarzenegger and Stallone finally in a film together, and they're both old men, so that's a wasted concept as well. Just like The Expendables, like Schwarzenegger was not really a part of it, blah blah blah. But there's a version here that works. Like the premise is not that bad. It's just so fucking. What's the word I'm looking for? It's so over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Sylvester Stallone movie. It's just so ridiculous over the top. Like Vincent D'Onofrio is in this, and he's a great actor, right?
Yeah, it always confuses me, by the way, how many terrible films Vincent D'Onofrio has
Oh
been
God, I
in.
love him so much.
But he's such a great actor.
But
it's like,
and maybe this is hilarious if it's like his choice, but he plays. So the premise of Escape Plan is Stallone plays Ray, whatever, the guy that can break out of any prison, and so he turns it into a business. And he, unbeknownst to the wardens, goes into these prisons and it breaks out and then tells them how they fucked up. The Federal Bureau of Prisons evidently hires this firm to like double check the securities, right? So after the first breakout, he is in a boardroom with this, warden who's all pissed off that he got out of my prison. And Vincent D'Onofrio, who is, again, an amazing actor, is in the scene. And the character that he's playing is his manager, I guess, business partner. But he's also incredibly germophobic. So he's spraying and like putting lotion on his hands all the time that is, antibacterial or whatever, and doesn't shake hands and doesn't really. He's playing a very specific person. Why? Like
It's a choice.
exactly. But there's in a movie like this, it's insane to me that's what he did. That should have been a bit part played by not Vincent D'Onofrio, but instead it's like, well, we got to give him some scenery to shoot, make sure he's a germaphobe. It's just so fucking awkward, and that's kind of the movie in a nutshell, right? It's bad.
and then did you watch Escape Plan 2?
It didn't come on after.
And then Escape Plan, The Extractors.
I did not because it didn't come on after. But they made, I think, 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Dave Bautista's in the second one.
And the third one.
Okay. Yeah. So those are the movies I watched.
And then China's in the fourth one.
Jodie Lauder.
The budget for Escape Plan 2 Hades got cut down to $20 million.
That makes sense. I probably have seen that, if I'm being honest. I don't remember it, but I've probably seen it.
The budget for Escape Plan, The Extractors, the third one, got cut to
10 million.
3.6 million.
Is Stallone still in it?
Yeah.
Oh, see? So explain to me, legitimately, why? What's the point?
I don't think he's in the other ones much.
Oh, like the second and third one, he's just kind of cameo?
Yeah.
Producer?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so yeah, that's what I watched. Do we have time for trailers, or are we done? No, come on. Okay, it's either this or trailers, so pick one.
You can't tell me how to live my life.
I gotta go to bed.
Everyone's got to go to bed.
Let's talk about trailers.
You guys should be watching The Pitt.
Oh my god,
The Pitt's amazing.
I'm going to bed.
It's a new medical drama.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
With Noah Wiley on Max. You can't leave the podcast. Either way, we still have. Either way, yeah. So we're still talking about it.
Yeah, you guys can finish it up.
No, you still got to stay. Just sit down, you dummy. Actually, yeah, my fiance Brittany also just reminded me Severance is really good. It's another TV show. But that one's on Apple TV Plus. The Pit is legit fantastic, though.
Yeah, ER2, cool.
It's so different than ER.
It's got Noah Wiley. How could it be?
It focuses less on the character
How's
drama.
Dr. Carter doing these days?
He's not playing.
Impressive, by the way, that you do that. But can we at least, because we did play a game on Adam Sandler, talk about one trailer?
Well, hey, here's the thing. We'll talk about both, actually, because it kind of works, because one of them is a Paul Thomas Anderson movie, and the other one is an Adam Sandler movie. Both very different. Both careers linked through filmmaking.
Okay.
So
it's a fucking stretch, and you know it.
It's not.
I mean, at least, Billy Madison, or Happy Gilmore too, right? That's at least works.
One
battle after another
is what I'm doing right now.
It's Paul Thomas Anderson's
fighting
new
you
movie
over and over again.
This movie stars Leonardo DiCaprio
right now,
and it looks wild. It looks unlike any Paul Thomas Anderson movie that he's ever made before.
Name 3.
Like Paul Thomas Anderson movies?
Yes, for the fans.
Magnolia, The Master, Boogie Nights.
All right, so it looks nothing
There Will
like
Be
those.
Blood.
So
Maya Rudolph's Kids.
Yeah.
So in tonality, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean the tone, the kind of story, it is like there's nothing.
It seems more farcical.
So it's farcical. If there's one thing it skews a little bit towards, but it's not even that farcical, is its inherent vice, I guess. But even
no, because Inherent Vice is
more comedic.
Yeah, but not far. Like I look at this, it's not a parody. We get that, but
Right.
like Leonardo DiCaprio's character in this trailer is very much like
eccentric.
Like a parody character almost.
There's a tinge of silliness to it, but also the subject matter is very serious.
Exactly.
And like it's the tone of like what's happening.
Do you feel like at all, and this is not a bit me asking this, do you feel like the music has something to do with that?
For sure, yeah.
Because in the trailer you cut that with that music and it's
Absolutely.
like it makes you think it's a silly comedy. Without that music, it could be dead serious.
And I don't even think that the music fully makes it feel like a silly comedy
They're
all
trying
the way
to
through.
cut that trailer one way though.
Yeah. If anything, like it almost feels like it has like a little bit of Tarantino influence in a
So
way.
so here's the thing.
That's kind of what I felt a little bit.
So I didn't know anything about this, right? When it said the big block letters, written and directed by, I thought Quentin Tarantino's name was going to come up.
It's interesting. I'm curious, but Paul Thomas Anderson is one of my favorite filmmakers, and so I'm always going to be.
Who did Almost Famous?
That's Cameron Crowe.
Oh.
But this cast is Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall, Teyana Taylor. It's gonna be a well acted film.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, this is gonna be great.
It's gonna look gorgeous. It's gonna be interesting, and I'm curious. I'm not sure that this trailer got me more excited, but I'm at least intrigued.
I can't wait to see this. This looks great.
Nate and I looked at each other during this trailer. We said, Leonardo DiCaprio is becoming Jack Nicholson.
He really is.
During the film.
You just see him.
Yeah.
He's getting older now. He's getting a little more punch. Now, obviously, it's for the role as well. But you can just see the transition to like
even in like I've seen paparazzi pictures where I'm like, this dude's
he's just
morphing.
transitioning into like his hairline is becoming Jack Nicholson. Like you're gonna like in 20 years because DiCaprio's what 40 years old now.
It's probably closer to 45, I think.
So when he's 65, you're going to see him at the Oscars.
DiCaprio turned 50 last year.
No way. Okay, yeah. So he'll be 70 in 20 years, and he's definitely going to be like the guy that gets to like flirt with the young ones on stage, but it doesn't really mean anything anymore. It's like Jack Nicholson back in the day would have taken that home.
There's a shot in the trailer of DiCaprio courtside at a Lakers game.
There you go. Done.
I'm just kidding.
No, it's in the movie.
Just joshing. On the other end of the spectrum, we have the trailer for
Gilbert Grape.
Happy Gilmore 2. The sequel.
That was for me.
The sequel to Happy Gilmore.
Think of the Spectrum thing that was for me.
No, I got it.
Okay, no, it's fine. You know what? Don't have fun. Don't. You know what? Choose just non-fun.
This is a little more of a teaser trailer than it is a full-on trailer because we don't really get.
It says trailer.
It is. But I think it does say teaser trailer though.
I don't think so.
But it doesn't really give us a sense of what the story is yet, other than it seems like Happy hasn't golfed in a while and he's getting back into it.
And it's also it's the same kind of premise because there's moving boxes, so they're losing some house or his manager stole his money or something.
No, I'm willing. Actually, what I'm willing to bet is that's probably maybe one of the emotional parts of the movie. I bet his grandma has died, and so they're moving out of the house, and he's like maybe forced to like push out of his comfort zone a little bit.
Wouldn't everybody assume his grandma? It's been 30 years. She was 90 then.
We don't know when that happens though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
And I'm going to guess he stopped playing golf because he made enough money, and he's the type of character that would just be like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So I'm curious what it is that's bringing him back to golf.
Also, though, let's get into this a little bit. They have all of the statues, so it's not like he just did one thing. He is like he's known as a great golfer. After Tiger Woods, he has a statue in whatever that was. So my assumption is his career lasted for quite a while, and he just hasn't played in a while.
Yeah,
unless they give that statue to like people who won certain championships at a certain golf course.
Yeah, look. I mean, that was like 4 of the.
There was only You don't know much about sports, but those were 4 of the best golfers. The best 4 of all time.
I know who all of those people that were in the statue.
Name 2.
Golf is a sport.
Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, and who was the first one? It was Arnold Palmer, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just know that because of his drink.
I mean, that's part of it. But so I'm glad you brought up the statue scene because that was the first time where I was like. Like when he sees his own statue and he says SpongeBob, it's like that's the best punchline you can come up with just because he has buck teeth.
That's what I don't like about this because in the first one, in a lot of early '90s comedies, evergreen jokes compared to topical shit is always better. So, for example, in Dumb and Dumber, I know this is improv, but Jim Carrey says we landed on the moon.
Yeah.
Right. That's not a topical thing. Obviously, it happened a long time ago, but it would be like if there was another thing that happened space related that was 3 weeks ago and you said it in that film.
Yeah.
You know, does that make sense? Like, why are they always doing stuff that is just like shoehorning in?
Well,
I just don't like it.
On top of that, I think there's also this idea of like the tone of the comedy changes. Like it's like they've lost what they had in the original, you know, like they're not really capturing the exact same comedic tone of the original movie. They're just making a sequel and like they're using, you know, comedic sensibilities of today, which sure, there's a bit of evolution, but like you want a movie that still feels like the original that came before, you know? And Sandler in particular, I think, has trouble replicating what was once good about his comedies.
I think, and honestly, this is going to sound like a slam on Adam Sandler, and maybe it is that I think that Adam Sandler is very much a product of where he is personally in that moment and what he feels comedically at that time. So when Happy Gilmore 1 came out, we got to say Happy Gilmore 1 now. When that came out, that's his comedy. That's who he was. He's not that same guy anymore. He's not a good enough actor to recreate that.
Yeah.
Like in a comedic way. Because comedy, in my opinion, is evolving, and you don't want a fake comedy to go backwards. If you're, he's a good enough actor to act dramatically, but to fake who you used to be comedically is so much harder for a comedian because you don't want to do that.
That's why I don't think he's going to fake it.
Did I make sense at all right there?
No, it did.
But I think there's going to be an evolution. That's why I think you see a little bit of it in here, where, again, I'm going to guess. He either gave up the sport or he aged out in some kind of way, but also he's not picked up a club because managing his anger or all these kind of things, he needed to step away from it. And you're going to see this evolved version of Happy Gilmore.
If I'm Babe Ruthing it, if I'm guessing it, if I'm calling the shot, it is that he is forced back into it, even though absolutely he does not want to do this. But then his what's her name in the film? The character's name? The
Virginia.
Virginia Bennett.
Virginia Bennett.
2 V's.
Convinces him, hey, it's okay. You got to get back in there because XYZ reason. And then he's like, fine, if I'm going to do it my way. And he comes back in. But I guarantee you there's some reason that pulls him back in. It's not him. He didn't get hurt. He didn't, it wasn't like that. He walked away because he didn't need it anymore, like you said earlier. And there's an exterior force pushing him back in.
And I wonder if we're going to find out that they didn't make it. Like maybe she gets him, pulls him back in.
Yeah, she's the ex.
Yeah, and she comes back.
I don't think so, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure, actually, and I'm actually pretty sure that they have confirmed that they are married.
Okay, all right.
She's married to Scooter McGavin.
But by the way, one of the best things about this that is in this that I didn't think they featured in the trailer, but I have seen on Wikipedia, is Bad Bunny is going to be his caddy.
You see him very briefly in the trailer,
and because
that's great.
Yeah, Bad Bunny makes.
I
me
love
laugh.
Bad Bunny so much,
and we've seen him on SNL now a couple times.
Speaking of SNL, one of their worst hosts is also in this movie.
John Daly?
Travis Kelce.
He's in this movie?
He is.
Not one of the worst.
I haven't seen him in the... I mean, there's a lot of famous people in this film.
Travis Kelce's in it.
All right, fine.
So,
what's your problem with Travis Kelce?
Yeah, what do you...
He looks like a foot.
I know.
Wow.
Brittany just said he just hates anyone who's handsome.
And
that's why, from people,
why you didn't like us.
Listen, from people on this couch, this is why you get in so many
I
disagreements
understand
with
now.
us.
I understand.
We get it.
Now that's comedy.
Couch bros get it. Over here. Hey, nice gamer chair,
Couch
weirdo.
Bros.
Couch Bros 2025 and forever.
At least Nate's got running legs. The only thing you're running is syrup
I got lifting.
through your veins.
I got lifting legs.
You got lifting legs.
No, you got listless legs.
Is that for you? Is that one for the old Brad? Put that in your back pocket and walk away.
Sorry, your legs are broken.
This film is releasing to Netflix July 25th.
Well, that's my birthday weekend.
It'll be huge. The movie will be huge.
And I'll see it.
I'll watch it.
I'm going to watch it. Of course I'm going to watch it.
Would you see it in theaters?
I would have seen it in theaters, yeah.
If they release it in a limited release in theaters,
I think I would probably see it in theater.
Nah.
I probably would.
It's going to take moving mountains to get me back in it. I don't care anymore. I just don't care.
I know you have not been to
I
it.
just don't care.
You and I talked about trying to get some more.
We had a fun debate that was like a gag on bread about like movie theater versus home theater.
Part of it's true.
It's true though. Like I can recreate at home what I get there, and I don't have to worry about the anxiety of somebody walking in and ruining my experience. And then it's $100 for 4 of us to go to the theater with food.
Well, don't go with the kids.
I can rent something literally, even though it's like, oh my god. Why would I rent something for $19.99? I don't know, because I get to watch a new movie and save $80, right? And then
snacks aren't as good.
That's what I want. Snacks are better.
Nah,
You can go to the store and get the same snacks.
you can't.
Here's the thing: stay home for 7 movies and buy a popcorn machine.
Here's the thing:
Because you could.
don't take your family places.
I try not to.
Try harder.
That's the 8th version of Die Hard.
Well, that's the podcast.
Die Hard, try harder.
Ben, get us out of this.
Be good to yourself, be good to others.
No, that's me.
Oh, shit, sorry. Well, anyway, Nate, I do appreciate you being here, buddy. I really do. I love you so much.
Thanks for letting me be a
I'm
guest.
glad that you got the vitamin D down in Florida. And do you feel better about yourself?
I do.
I do, too. I was on vacation. I feel better about myself. I got sun. It feels good. Brad, how you feeling?
Fine.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?